So Eurogamer posted a couple days ago, Eurogamer's Pride Week celebrations continue today as we explore what games can teach us about taking action and making a difference in the real world. And now we have propaganda being pushed because games are meant, in my humble opinion, as escapism and enjoying the experience of something that takes you away and you just have a great time with it. This is propaganda to take action and turn gamers into activists to push propaganda. And in this case specifically, Eurogamer is really pushing the pride super hard. This is the post where I took exception to it. I'm like, all right, I'm seeing these enough in my feed. I follow Eurogamer for information on the games industry and the games that gamers actually care about. And I keep seeing these things about Pride Week being pushed. And I'm like, I thought June was the Pride thing and no one even cares about Pride anymore in the first place. And I thought we were moving on from this. But instead we have Eurogamer, a gaming news site that decides to make Pride Week the first week of July after June is over. I don't understand what Pride Week even is. I don't understand any of this. And they said, Eurogamer's Pride Week celebrations continue today with a look at the importance of chosen family. Excuse me. As seen through the eyes of Final Fantasy XIV's thriving queer community. And I'm like, bro, what? Okay, so I made a comment. I'm like, if they're allowed to say that, I'm allowed to say something back. And I wrote, just in response, the only importance of family that should be celebrated is a nuclear family. I'm just saying, it's Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. You're allowed to give your opinions on things. They're clearly giving their opinion, and I'm responding with my opinion, trying to get games back to, let's have games about games, and let's focus on what actually matters in the world of gaming. And X said, I agree with Smash JT. But you know who didn't agree with me? Eurogamer. A story in two parts, where Eurogamer wrote this, I wrote that, and then they blocked me. And yes, it was just that. There was nothing more. It was just that one comment. Just that one comment of saying the only importance of a family that should be celebrated is a nuclear family. And they blocked me for that, which they're welcome to do. But my goodness, if you're going to be blocking people for an X tweet reply saying, hey, be gay all you want, but I'm going to celebrate nuclear families. I think it's important to get back to focusing on that. Blocked. Here's another one. What is it about Final Fantasy XIV that attracted such a queer and friendly community? Final Fantasy XIV has become an example of a game with a strong queer community. This is really weird that they keep pushing this Final Fantasy XIV queer community thing. And then, almost ironically, do I see, and this is completely unrelated to Eurogamer, do I see the same day posted from Pirate Nation, Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail hits lowest player count in years. Same day, by the way. Same day of the post. Per Steam charts, daily numbers are well below Shadowbringers and Walker, nearing Stormblood levels. The game seems to be entering maintenance mode. How can this be fixed? And he showcases the just over 5,000 concurrent, which is nearing all-time lows. A new low, Final Fantasy XIV Cash Shop just got a $42 outfit set, more expensive than anything that's come before, and even pricier than the MMO's latest expansion. I mean, far be it for me to say that 2 + 2 equals no one's buying your slop, but here we are. And Eurogamer, again, by the way, because they're not done. There's more of these, by the way. These are just a few that I picked out on their feed in the past few days. They're really pushing this pride stuff in everyone's face. And it's like, no, talk about the game news. You're going down the road of Kotaku. This is not what gamers want to read or see this shit when they're scrolling through on their followed Twitter feed. They say, Here's hoping one day that polyamory won't just be a fantasy tied to a video game set in ancient Greece. Eh? Which, what? A study of polyamory in games, how it's done well, and where we should go next. I don't even know what polyamory is, nor do I give a fuck. Like, what is this on my feed? Talk about games. Mark Fox says, lol, you guys are absolutely disgusting. George, that's disgusting. Polly, what? We got, yeah, this is great. Burning the pride flag with Eve. Keep seething, Melanie Macward. Comics Dad. Degeneracy is what you nut jobs are all about. So makes sense. That's how Europe has become the way it is. The nuclear family and faithfulness to one's husband or wife, setting good core examples for children, and faithfulness to God are what matter. You all are just retarded. Which, by the way, I cannot reply because I am blocked by Eurogamer, which, might I remind you guys, Eurogamer has almost 400,000 followers. They have almost 400,000 followers on X. And their posts get 15 likes. This is not like a humble brag or anything. This is just reality. I could accidentally butt tweet something out by sitting on my phone and a bunch of letters be out there, and it would get more than 15 likes. And I don't have 400,000 followers. So in fact, we're going to put this to the test right now. We're going to tweet a butt tweet, and we'll see if we can get over 15 likes on this. A butt tweet will be da 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 ba. There we go. And now we will see if we get more than 15 likes, then Eurogamer with that. That is my butt tweet. This is Eurogamer in 2025, where they have the pride flag with the trans ideology injected on top of it, which, again, I have no issue with people who are gay. And I will say that till the cows come home. Whatever you want to do when you close your bedroom door, have at it. If you want to be trans and you're an adult and you want to make your own decision and be, in my humble opinion, super weird, have at it. It's your life. Live it the way you want. I literally don't care. But stop trying to go around and push that on other people. Stop especially trying to get to the kids and changing what they do, because that is where I take exception with all of this. And yeah, it's funny how there are many people out there over the years, that Nick Merckx comes to mind, where they just say something like, leave the kids alone. And how that sets off a diabolical, evil group of people that try to cancel someone for daring to say, leave the kids alone. I will never be able to wrap my head around. If that gets me canceled from the internet, if I say leave the kids alone, holy shit, I was not meant for this world, because that is something that you should be able to say without recourse. Kids should be free from all this ideology shit being injected into them. And it's always interesting how it always seems to come specifically from the LGBTQ plus community. Again, not all of them. Some of them just want to be gay and live their life and have fun being gay. Again, have at that. No issues at all with that. But when you start pushing it on the kids and the schools and you start injecting the flags everywhere, and you start doing all that, that's a major issue. And I will always draw a line on that. And when we see Eurogamer pushing the trans pride flag in their header, and we see them pushing all these posts all week, which you can tell me, oh, it's Pride Week, bro. That's why they're doing it. That's why they care about this stuff. No, I ain't having it. I'm going to speak up about it and make it known that I don't agree with this. This is my platform. I can say that. They can block me all they want, and I can bring up how I disagree with their direction. They can focus on the games and apologize to the community for being completely unhinged, and unblock people for what they did and come back to talking about games, which is why I followed them in the first place. Because honestly, if this is what they're going to be doing, I don't want to follow them anyways. They can block me all they want. Fuck them. I'm done with them. And yeah, when we see Pirate Nation say Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail has hit its lowest player count in years, ask yourself why Square Enix is completely failing, and all these game journal outlets that are running cover for them are also failing. They can bitch and moan about us all they want. At the end of the day, ironically, we're the ones trying to save them from being retarded. Sergeant Sapien says I'm at 15 already. Are you serious right now? We're at 22. We are at 22 likes on my butt dial tweet. And I didn't even like it myself. And that was in 3 minutes. That was in three and a half minutes. I have more likes than Eurogamer on their gay post. Eurogamer has almost 500,000 followers. Think about this for a second. We just ran a social experiment and completely destroyed it. Becker says true. Spook Kitty Cat. We got paints and repeat. This, my friends, is what happens when a child grabs your phone. Could be bumping his wife. Still a better story than Dustboard. I'm dying. Truly a wonder. Time Out Howler says, truly a wonder to the world. Even more mysterious than Code Doc. He should be called Enigma JT or just Code JT. We'll have to see which takes say down low and reply. This is killing me. Kage, I'm done. I'm done. You guys are killing me. Oh shit. That was amazing. Alyssa finally captured him. Look at that interaction. Like seriously, 40 likes in like 5 minutes. Eurogamer still has, after 2 days of that post, 15 likes on their post. I think let me get full screen for this. I think I made my point. That is, oh man, that is funny. Yeah, you guys crushed it. Thank you for proving my point. I appreciate it.